let's get this crucible packed up. I have the furnace leveled up out on the ground. I have my pouring area leveled up. I used to level. That way my ignots aren't all messed up. 'Cause that really bothers me when I see people doing this and they can't take the time to level up their ignots, and then they come out like a ½ inch thicker on one side than the other. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm far from that, but you gotta have a little bit of standards there, you know? So, I do expect this to take a little while. I thought I had all the brass out of this. There may still be one or two in there that got by me, but we're gonna melt this, and hopefully it doesn't take too hateful long for this to turn into molten copper. So it does. That's what I'm hoping. So I have this packed in there pretty good. This should be a good start. I'll fire the furnace up, and then I have the rest of all of that to put in. This is also the 10-kilogram Devil Forge furnace. I'm gonna give it a go with these tongs. I have a lot better gloves than what I have here to do this. So once we get some heat into this, I'll switch to my better gloves. Always. Don't forget the cardboard underneath your crucible. In case you haven't heard this before, keeps it from sticking. So we're gonna get this fired up at 1.2 MPa. I have a 40-pound cylinder here that I'm using, so the adjustment, everybody at home. This is my first melt. I have it outside of the garage. The garage door is actually about 2 or 3 inches in front of the camera, so the majority of the fume should be going outside. I do not have a temperature gun yet, so that'll be a future purchase. Also, let me know if I should branch off and make this its own separate channel. I get into a little bit of everything here. I have honeybees. I work on my family's cars. I have a big family. I'm always changing oil, doing repairs on cars. I try to do what I can to get that uploaded. Sometimes something's emergency and I don't get the chance to do that, so I just fix it. Like I just put an axle in my daughter's car a couple weeks ago. It just needed done. I didn't have time to mess around filming it. my spoon. That was my level I used. This is where the crucible is going to go, and then over here is my, it's a 40-gallon tank that I have. I have two 25s as well, but I figured if I just use this 40-gallon, you know, and every melt or two, just go fill it up, and I can just make my dedicated furnace. So let's see what pressure we're running here. It's snuck down. It's snuck down a little bit. From watching big stack stuff, it should be at 1.2, and that's where we're at right now for copper. So I believe aluminum's a little lower. So I'm gonna get some food. I'm not gonna take you on that journey because I don't like stealing. I'm not stealing anybody's ideas and content. But just enjoy this a little bit. Hopefully the camera doesn't overheat. I'd say 15 minutes in, it's melted down pretty good. I've gotten some of my wire put into little, kind of like little oval balls, and then I toss them in as I go here. That's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. Jesus, that's hot. Hello everybody at home. Hopefully this is my first pour. Hopefully I can get this done without too many issues. I don't expect it to be perfect. I don't expect to be as good as all the professional YouTubers, that's for sure. I just hope that we can make this look a little good. How's that? My first copper pour, hell, make that my first pour period, so. There's a bunch of junk in the bottom of this crucible. I'm gonna have to rummage around here and see. But then that was a lot of really crappy. Yeah, I think that's all like just varnish and crap. Wow. I'm gonna have to get that here in my pan. And I can already assure you, Mad Mike needs a little better gloves than he has. I was hoping to have a little molten copper left over. That wasn't the case. But I do have more of this junk that I want to melt, so I may as well lay that back in there. Shut that lid, let that cool off, get a different pair of tongs. Yeah, that didn't turn out too good. But hey, it's my first attempt, you know? What can you really expect? So this one looks really cool. I wish it wouldn't have all globbed up on the top. Not sure what caused that. Wish it wouldn't have done that. These are my ArtByAdrock. That's the giant skull, and then the Nightmare Before Christmas fella. They kind of fuse together, but we're good. Beautiful. So here we go. This is all gonna be slag here. I'll be able to remelt that I'm not messing with that. But you can see the pieces here. It actually has a little bit of copper look to it. The rest of it, yeah, I ain't got time for that. A lot of that is all going to be your varnish off all that dirty and soot off that melted copper is what you're looking at here. There's tub number 2 that I have to melt. It's not quite as much, but I just want to get this out of the way. And then honestly, I don't think I'm gonna mess with this low grade, you know, copper as much. I think we'll just start with this and we'll get this starting, and I'm gonna get the rest of this container here broken down and I'll toss it in as this is getting hot. So note number 2. Dirty number 2, I guess you would call it. Some of it I ran through my coal furnace with a grate and burn all the burn all the insulation off some of it. This is really dirty stuff. So these gloves are pretty good gloves, but I tell you what, this is one hot furnace. Usually the guys will use tongs or something. This stuff, it's not a joke. I bought I think it's a 3-pack of pliers like this. One was straight, one was 45, and the other one was a 90. I got them pretty cheap off of the Evil Bay or the Jungle website. I can't remember which one. So we'll see what this looks like. That last, I cannot believe how much dirty crap was in the bottom. How much, the whole bottom third of that crucible was just full of junk. Let that melt down. I'll give it a few minutes here, and then I will shut her down, open the lid up, get in there, really give it a good stir. I see I need something different than just a spoon. I'm definitely going to need like something like a piece of oil thread that's bent, so I can get down to the very bottom of the crucible and turn it up. That spoon, honestly, I think it would just melt if I dipped it down in there that long. After the first use, these tongs, they come with this 10 kg double forged furnace. I didn't mind them at all. I mean, that was my first pour. I wasn't expected to do the greatest, so all in all, I thought I was gonna hate them, but so far so good. This second one's just about ready to go, so we'll set you up and see hopefully how bad I don't mess up this time. Feel it on my hands a little bit. Definitely need a glove upgrade. Cause yeah, I can feel that on the back side of my hand. I was there too long. These, they definitely don't look the best, but it's my first time. Everybody can give me some tips or maybe some ideas on something else I could purchase, maybe. That might make this all go a little smoother. So, that being said, we'll let this back in the furnace to slowly cool off. And I'll take you over and show you how crappy this looks. Yeah, the big mold didn't turn out too bad, and I guess those coins might clean up half decent. So let's work on getting these out of the mold. These definitely come out. I did put a little graphite powder on these off camera. I noticed they were trying to splatter a little bit. I'm not sure why. This is that large skull from ArtByAdrock. There's my first stormtrooper. I don't know if that's Monkey Island. There's a couple different pirate looking coins I purchased off of him. Let's see. Yeah, these molds are doing pretty good. I believe I just got them off Amazon. So that was definitely an Amazon graphite mold. I like the size of that one. So let's jam all these in the water. Yeah, that's letting me know that that was not smart. That guy is getting warm. So I'll take you over here to the water. Everybody's here like, what a noob. There's some sizzle action for you. Alrighty, we'll let everything cool down. I'll clean up my mess and we'll clean these up. Alright. Hello YouTube, we have everything melted, cooled down. Now nothing's cleaned yet. We have our scale here, and we were somewhere, I'm guessing right around 13 pounds before. That was the weight of everything before I melted it down. That was our first melt, and we're at 6 pounds. And then here's the second batch. That beeping you're hearing is the scale. It just has to let you know that it's done. So there we are. 12 pounds, 1.5 ounces of melted copper. Now, we take the first or the second batch back off here, and let's look at this first batch, and you let me know what you think. This stuff is, it looks like gold. So I'm not so sure that I didn't get some aluminum wire mixed up. This here, the pretty colors on that, when this cleans up, that's what I'm used to seeing when I see people melting copper. Get the pretty colors in it. Not that this isn't pretty. It's my first melt, so I'll deal with it. But I'm not so sure there isn't some aluminum in here. Just let me know what you think. It's a shame I got all this in there, but I guess I'll have to cut that out and make that into a pretty bar, because that was my first bar I ever poured, so can't go out that way. And then here's these, which I could just bust them loose just like that. I'll clean them up. Well, this is what they look like after I cleaned them up. These two here, they didn't turn out too well. I believe I'll just remelt them. I had a little splatter when I poured the metal in. I guess the mold wasn't quite hot enough. But these all didn't turn out too bad. So let everybody check them out. These are my big cast iron molds. These were the little the graphite molds. Everything released good, so that's the end of my first melt. I learned some stuff. Do need to get some better gloves. There's there's something to be said, you know. Safety's sexy, right? You gotta make sure you're not hurting yourself doing this. So wait for the next one, I guess, because this was fun. I can see me getting into this. I want to get a better area set up, like so I can clean these up. I'll need a big grinder, and it's gonna make so much dust. I don't want to do it here in my garage until I get a setup. I'm thinking about getting a cart that has wheels that I can roll outside, with a vise, and then I can do a lot of my cutting and dirty work out there. So please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys and girls in the next one.